everybody, this is Julian from RawPhysique again. It has been a while since I put out a video, but I got some shit in order, and so now I'm gonna continue with the weekly vlog, smog, some shit like that. Whatever it is, producing these informative videos of routines, diet, my own experiments on myself, studies, and so on. So if you want to lose weight, get built, build muscle, build endurance, improve your body and even your mental muscles in a good way, then check out my video. Anyway, I was planning on doing either a workout vid or a dieting or cutting video, but I'm actually going to do an update on my intermittent fasting. Now, I've been doing intermediate fasting for over a year now, and so I wanted to, actually it's been over 6 months, I think a little under a year, but I wanted to give you guys an update on that and tell you what I'm doing now, kind of changing my diet slightly, opposed to it was probably about a 18-hour fasting window with a 6 or even 5-hour eating window, and why I'm changing it slightly. So I do have a lot more informative videos on intermittent fasting and the months after doing it and the health benefits of actual intermittent fasting and the studies done on it. So if you want to check those out, you can go to my video library, check them out, and then you could watch this video or just watch this video now and then check those out later if you want a little bit more information on them. Okay, back to the topic on hand here. So I started intermittent fasting and I was breaking myself into it by just intermittent fasting 1 day a week. So basically, on Sunday, I would not eat anything all day till about 6 p.m. Actually, when I first started, I would not eat anything till around 3 or 4 p.m. Except for black coffee, no sugar, no cream in it, and just water. That's all I'd have. From the night before, I would take a shot of protein before I went to bed, so anywhere between 10 and 12 o'clock, I'd take a nightly protein intake, probably around 40 grams. And then I'd go to bed soon after. And then the previous day, I wouldn't eat, the following day, I wouldn't eat until 3 or 4 p.m. And I was just doing this 1 day a week. And when I first started it, it was kind of hard. I would get pretty fucking hungry throughout the day. I probably look like shit right now. I just got out of the gym and I'm tired as hell. So yeah, the hair is messed up, not shaved yet. Anyway, back to intermittent fast. I would just do it 1 day a week. Let me do the math here. So yeah, it would be about 16 hours, around 16 hours of me being in a fasting state. And when I first started, it was hard. I couldn't just start Monday through Sunday, intermittent fasting, fighting in a state of starvation for 16, 17 hours. I couldn't just drop the ball and do that. But anyway, I started out 1 day a week. After about a month and a half, I started doing it every day. My body was kind of used to being in starvation mode that day. And so I was able to make the next leap in order to do intermittent fasting for an entire week. And that's what I've been doing for a decent amount of time. I would say about in between 4 and 6 months, rough estimate of doing it that way. Now, some days, if you're on vacation or something like that, you'll have breakfast, you'll have lunch. During that period of time, it's not like every single day was the same 16 to 18 hour fast window. Because hey, if you're on vacation and you want to enjoy yourself, screw it, have bacon and eggs or whatever the hell you want in the morning. Have those pancakes, that French toast. You don't have to kill yourself over it. But if 95% of the time or 90% of the time you're doing intermittent fasting and you're not stepping out of that 16 to 18 hour window of not eating, except for just drinking water or black coffee or tea that's not sweetened, unsweetened tea, anything like that, then you're good. Enjoy yourself once in a while. So I was able to consecutively do this for months now, and I don't even think about it anymore. I take my protein at night, wake up in the morning, I know I'm not going to eat until 6 or 7 o'clock that day. I don't even think about food. Well, I think about food, but it's not driving me crazy. I'm not sitting there dwelling on it. Now, when I first started the full week of intermittent fasting, I literally would daydream about food sometimes. But then again, I was in a cut as well. So I was cutting and intermittent fasting. And that's actually one of the reasons I started intermittent fasting, is I was on a cut trying to drop that body fat, y'all. My intake was 1,700 calories a day, 170 grams of protein a day. And before I was doing the intermittent fasting, I was eating like 3-4 meals a day of 1,700 calories combined by the end of the night. And let me tell you, that fucking sucks. Like, you are miserable. During that period of time, I was actually dreaming about food way more than I ever have my entire life, and daydreaming about food, because you're at that point your body is going into starvation mode, which it does if you're in calorie deficit. It's using energy, it's using fat, it's using, you know, a lot of resources in order to keep itself alive. That's what your body does, and that's what you have to be in if you're trying to cut fat. So anyway, 1,700 calories, 4 meals a day, like, you're miserable. It's tiny ass meals. You're never feeling full or saturated. So that was actually one of the reasons why I decided to do intermittent fasting, because I'd fast for 16 to 18 hours, and then I'd have 2 meals combined at 1,700 calories. So you're talking 850 calories per meal, opposed to like 300 calories per meal. So you actually feel like you're eating something. You're actually having like a good sized meal, and so you're not miserable. You're not like dreaming about food. And this is once you get used to the intermittent fasting. And also, like, I work out in the morning, so I'm probably like 8 hours, 9 hours into a fast when I exercise. And my body adapted to that, and I'm still able to gain strength and everything like that, even though I'm working out in a fasted state. Now, to help yourself out, before you go to the gym, like 30 minutes before, I just drink like a big glass of water, and I might have like half a cup of black coffee. And gym workouts, fine. They're perfectly fine. When I first started the intermittent fasting, maybe for a couple weeks, I noticed I didn't quite have as much strength in the gym, and then it literally, my strength perked back up to what it was before I started intermittent fasting. So it was just my body, you know, adapting to the change of not having a bunch of food in my stomach while I'm working out. And now this is why I'm making this video, and why I'm going to talk about my diet now, changing it, but still doing intermittent fasting a couple days a week and a couple days a week not intermittent fasting. Now, if you know, your body adapts to food, it adapts to stuff you take, it adapts to medications, it adapts to exercise routines. That's why you have to switch your routines up. It adapts to caffeine. That's why if you have a cup of coffee every single morning, pretty soon you lose the hyperness or hyper-awareness of drinking the coffee. If you want to try this, go a week without drinking coffee. Just try it. If you can, you'll probably suffer some headaches, but just try it. Week without coffee, and then on that 8th day, have yourself a damn cup of coffee. You will feel the coffee. You will get a burst of energy from the coffee. It's because your body has adapted to receiving that daily coffee intake, and so you don't get that burst of energy anymore. That's why if you're not tired, or, you know, you get 8 hours of sleep and you don't have to be like on something, working on something hard or anything like that, skip the coffee, because the next time you have it, it'll be that much better, because your body wouldn't have adapted to it. Your body adapts to, you know, medications. If you look at studies with almost anything, your body will adapt to it. People who do drugs, they have to keep upping the dose of whatever they're doing because their body adapts to it. And that's why I'm not doing intermittent fasting 7 days a week anymore, because I am worried that if you do it 7 days a week, all the health benefits that go along with it will slowly not be there anymore, because your body's going to adapt to the intermittent fasting. Now, the thing that makes intermittent fasting so good is because your body goes into starvation mode, and if you watch my other video, you'll see like all the health benefits of intermittent fasting. But once your body adapts to intermittent fasting, there's no studies on this. You can't find any studies on continuous intermittent fasting, and if the effects of intermittent fasting all the positive benefits actually stop happening because your body adapts to it. There's no studies on this. But if you take pretty much the rule of thumb with everything else, and your body adapting to caffeine, all these medications, exercise, anything, your body adapts. That's what it does. There's clinical studies about your body adapting to whatever is in its environment. So if you're intermittent fasting and you're doing this 7 days a week, your 16-18 hour window, after a couple months your body's going to adapt, or at least that's my prognosis on it, because your body literally adapts to everything else. And I noticed that, like, I don't get hungry throughout the day now. I could easily go 18, even 19 hours without eating, and my body doesn't think it's starving. It is adapted to my little couple hours feeding window. So how would you counteract this and prevent your body from adapting to it? There's no information on this. So what I did, using myself as the guinea pig, is I started eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. So Saturdays and Sundays I eat like a normal person. The same amount of calories that I eat throughout the day. Right now I'm eating 2,900 calories per day. Monday through Friday I'll intermittent fast, and I'll start eating around 6 p.m. and I'll stop eating around 11 p.m. and I shove all my 2,900 calories in there. But on Saturday and Sunday I will eat 2,900 calories, but that mix between breakfast, snack, lunch, midday snack, maybe a little cheat meal, and dinner. And I'm doing that to try to throw a curveball at my body. I don't want to adapt to intermittent fasting because I want the benefits from it. Well, I want the health benefits from it. The other benefits are just having time throughout the day and not having to pack a meal if you're going to work or anything like that, because you're like, oh, I'll just eat later at night, blah, blah, blah. It saves a lot of time during the day, intermittent fasting. But anyway, the health benefits. So yeah, intermittent fasting, Monday through Friday, that's what I'm doing. Saturday, Sunday, I'm eating normal meals all throughout the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And I've noticed when Monday comes around, I've been doing this for about a month now, I've noticed when Monday comes around and I go back to intermittent fasting, I am kind of hungry throughout the day. My body kind of got used to the breakfast Saturday and Sunday, and Monday it's like, oh fuck, like we're hungry, we're starving. And I actually feel the hunger that I wasn't feeling before on Mondays now, which to me is a good sign that my body isn't adapted to intermittent fasting anymore. And this hasn't messed up my workouts. This hasn't messed with my endurance, nothing like that. The only thing it's done is make me daydream about food on like Mondays and Tuesdays. Come Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm kind of back to where I was. Not really thinking about food, I'm good. And then, on Saturday I'll have breakfast. And I'm like, oh hell yeah, my body's happy as hell. I'm getting some eggs and avocado, whatever the hell I have for breakfast. And this is all to break up your body's habit of expecting food that night around a certain amount of time, after a certain amount of hours. Because you want your body to go in starvation mode. You want it to do the beneficial things that it does while you're intermittent fasting. But if you're doing that Monday through Sunday, from what I've seen, your body adapts to it, and most likely the positive things that it's doing is just not happening. And basically you're back to normal. You just don't eat for a while throughout the day. And that's what I've noticed throwing in Saturday and Sunday, eating normal, going out for breakfast. I am throwing my body a curveball and it is swinging and missing. And so it's adapting to the curveball, and I keep switching it. It's just like a workout routine. You switch it up so you don't get used to it. You switch up intermittent fasting, not doing it on the weekends, your body doesn't know what to do. So come Monday and Tuesday, starvation mode again. My workout routine is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. That's all I could work out. Due to my schedule and just doing shit on the weekends, that's the only 4 days I could work out. So I may even switch my intermittent fasting routine to Monday, Tuesday, then have, a full day of eating Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, intermittent fast, then Saturday and Sunday, full days of eating. I may do that, but intermittent fasting does save a shit ton of time throughout the day, but you don't have to pack up little meals for yourself. But we'll see. We'll see about that. This seems to be working now because I'm hungry as hell after I come off the full days of eating. But anyway, this has been a long ass video. It's probably the longest video I've ever done, but hey, fuck it. Who cares? So anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. That's what your mom said. That's what your dad said. It would have been funny. I need more coffee. All right. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you. If you want any other informational videos, including workout, whatever, I probably covered it. If you leave a comment and want me to do a video, I'll probably do it. So hey, please subscribe over here. Hit the little bell down here so whenever I get a video out there, you will get notified. And alright, y'all, that's it for today. Peace!